Hey yo fam, what up, what up? Welcome to some TV2 Caperinos. Two games where I try to go in depth, more or less. And I guess the first one is kinda cheesy. Um, we were trying to play some warrior Resto Shaman, but the Elemental, which also has a warrior, is lagging a bit. So our next option was to play something that doesn't really require that much, doesn't really require a lower ping. So, like for example, if we played Warrior in this matchup, we would have lost 100%. But now with Elemental, it's like probably 50-50, because it's just basically whichever Elemental does more damage. And I will go out of mana because I was wrong. Spec as well, if you can see I'm playing double Riptide, which I shouldn't be. I should be Deep Waters. So I have like insane mana, but I wasn't paying attention in the start. I thought I was spec correctly because I thought I just played 2v2, but apparently I was spec for freeze. So I just changed my stun totem and that was about it. But yeah, moving on about the topic, I'm trying to stay as far as possible just to avoid hodges. Like I don't want to get hodged. If I get hodged, they will get a lot of pressure on me and they will force my trinket probably, and I really don't wanna that to happen, at least not until very high dampening. Until then, I'm trying to conserve as much mana as possible to stay as far as possible. I'm gonna dispel that Hodge a bit late, doesn't really matter that much, they didn't have any burst lined up for it. He does play melee wings, which will fall off quite fast. So, as far as I don't take damage, so my position needs to be super away, super far. That's the emphasis in this game, which is 100% a dampening game. We should be fine, we should win. As you can see, my mana is full. The paladin is starting to go down. Even though I'm playing the wrong spec, I can still not abuse Riptides, because if I abuse Riptides, my mana will just go down like it's crazy. So I have to cast heals. I have to be patient. I have to cast even without the tidal wave buffs. I don't know why I went here. I should have still be far away. I tried to make a play to go for hexes to maybe get a paladin and stuff. I just did the hex on the Ellie, but didn't have that big of an impact. Just like reduced a few seconds of damage, I guess. But yeah, so far so good. They used wings again. I totem the wings real quick, hexed him again. He will get his spell once he gets in line of sight with his elemental, which he just did. Well, I am in a pretty safe position at the moment, but the paladin can always push in and force me to trinket or force me to maybe press grounding at the right time if I manage. But usually this was a fairly high game, I think. I wasn't really sure how high this was, because I usually play with his warrior and with his warrior I'm around 2.5, but I dropped a lot, so we're not there. So I think this is like a 2.2. I don't really remember how much it was. This was played a few days ago. It did feel kind of easy. I mean, they should have just trained me. They should have just chased me the entire game. I don't know why they didn't. Like, I was playing trinket, so basically every time my trinket was down. So if they can do like one Hosh to force my trinket, and then another Hosh, and which I won't have trinket, they would get a lot of pressure with that. So they did not do that, and I was in a fairly good position at the moment. So I was pretty trainable, and them not doing anything like that pretty much made our playstyle, you know, being effective basically. I kind of wanted to ground that Ice Fury as well. I didn't go for the Ice Fury ground. He still has Hodge, so it would have been a risky thing to do. Killing the Sky Fury there for me would mean mana, so I decided not to. Didn't get a Hex there, so a tiny bit damage reduction. Going through dampening, like the higher the dampening will go, the more and more the paladin will suffer, because he will have to spend more mana. Melee wings will heal less and less. We can also both kite melee wings. Like it's only one single freedom which can get purged, and after that he cannot really reach anyone unless he stuns. Oh look, there's a Hodge which I set fully, and it was half of that duration was only the Holy Paladin doing damage, and the Elemental just came in for a few seconds and I almost died. So that was super risky, not drinking the Hodge. And the only reason why I did not drink the Hodge right there, because the Elemental wasn't near the Holy Pala. It was still risky. Like the Holy Paladin almost got me to 70% alone, and then like huge burst from the alley. If that Earth Shock would have gotten me a bit lower, I probably would have died. I still used wall and pretty much all my cooldowns, my damage reduction cooldowns, because that was really scary. So now I think they're gonna try to Hodge me again. I'm trying to get distance again. I realized that playing this pillar is kinda bad, because the paladin will get to me in one charge, and that's extremely easy to do. So I actually play for the most part of this game wrong. I trinket this, shouldn't have. It was a really bad trinket. The elemental got hexed, so it was super easy for me to just sit that hex, sit that stun, because there was no damage incoming. There was no wings, there was no damage from the elemental because he was in a full hex with no trinket. I panicked for no reason because I was spaced out. Don't do that. As you see, dampening is 66%. It's at this point which we both use a lot of mana. More so me, because I'm starting to spam a lot of Riptides to get the tidal wave bonus so I can actually top faster. It has a problem though. It will make me out of mana really quickly. Like I Riptide there, gonna dispel, gonna Riptide again probably. I actually did try my best to not Riptide. Like right now I'm trying to not Riptide to save as much mana as possible and cast super slow heals. But as you can see, I barely top, so I have to go ham with my Ascendance. I have to start healing with some big heals. I have to try to top, because this is the point in dampening where it's getting really sketchy. So my whole reasoning right now is to try to reduce damage, is to try to spam as much as you know, output healing as possible, to try and top my elemental. It's really tricky. As you can see, they don't really heal either, so it's pretty much that we're both barely healing at the moment. Melee wings does still do damage, so that part of the game is really annoying, because he can pressure a lot more. He did stun the elemental there, like a really bad decision. They played this completely and utterly wrong. They should have just try to do every stun on me, and I'm pretty sure they should have won this game. I was just doing damage on the on the Holy right there. I flame shocked him. I knew he had no more damage. I mean no more healing, because he cannot heal like on 1%. So I just go and linked the Elemental to be sure we won't lose the game. Although I think I would have be able to 1v1 the Elemental, but probably not, since he does have a lot more damage than me. This is another game I was actually spec'd correctly, and this is to showcase how mana effective you can be as a Resto Shaman. And I even misplayed this game a few times. Again, I did a mistake. I had played another game with the same comp, I think, where I was literally 100% mana versus a Frost Decay the entire game. No drinks either, just pure distance, no damage taken, every grip route pretty easy manageable. Like he grips, I grounding, it's easy. Like he's Holy Priest, right? So what's the plan there? Even if he uses Chastise, I just press grounding. I will eventually maybe absorb some of the stuns. I mean the relentless winter stacks, and maybe I don't get stunned. This was the only part of the game where it was kinda close. I chose not to drink it. I chose to save my cooldowns. So I traded like my wall with the decay coolies, and then I was able to escape quite easily. Now I know I'm LOSing the rest of the owl, but I just chose to just run and not use mana, because I could just stay in the middle of arena and I would get damage from the decay, but also I could have you know, make the decay put the decay in a really bad spot, so that owl, the Boomkin, would truck him down. It's just a matter of dampening. I was thinking with 50% dampening, I don't think it's enough yet, so that's why I was like going through pillars and stuff like that. Now I just trinketed that stun, whatever. I'm just gonna grounding Ascendance. At this point the Holy Priest mana is quite low, so we're doing really well, and therefore I was thinking I'm pretty safe of using Ascendance. I'll just do it. So I just do it and then run away, and again, there's nothing on me. They can't really reach. They could probably grip again, but still I have a grounding back. They use Icebound. They have absolutely zero right now, and the priest is gonna try to drink. He gets like a few ticks, I think. Let's actually check. He gets one tick, like literally 20k mana. So that was nothing. We're in the fully driver's seat right now. I did spend a lot of mana. I should have for sure artifact a tiny bit more, which it's a mistake, a tiny mistake. Like here, he gripped again. He tried to root. Easy dispel, just run away. I'm gonna let him see the MC. It's not worth my time. If he's MC'd, he doesn't take damage from pillar, and even if he pillared, again, Barskin used, he had no chance of doing anything. Again, the priest is trying to get some mana. He does get some mana, but now dampening is pretty high, so his heals are getting useless. The Boomkin actually missed that root beam, so that was kind of fortunate. But still, the decay is having no icebound, I think, and he's really low. His only win condition right now is to probably burst me, because I still don't have a trinket. If I chastise pillar full damage on me, and I could die. Like, they did not do the chastise, they did not do gripping to chastise. When the gates, before the gates weapon I was opened, I was sure they would do that. That's why I picked grounding. So it was quite an awkward game. I think they could have won if they would just do stuns, setups with grip, chastise into another stun from the decay, which would be unavoidable. So that would be a trinket for me every time. There goes the decay. Pretty solid game from us. thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little analysis, and see you tomorrow. Have a good one.